For our cast on, we're actually going to run both strands of yarn together at the same time. I'm going to do a slip knot here just to hold that in place. Take the tail, kind of run it through the middle so it's not getting in the way. And now we're going to wrap every peg on the loom with both strands together at the same time. When you are back to the beginning, I'm going to wrap that peg real quick. Then you take, let me zoom this out, take a scrap piece of yarn. You really want to use something that has contrasting colors, but this has so many colors in it that it's a little hard to do. I'm actually going to move this over for a minute. What you're going to do is put one end of the string down through here. One strand is down through the middle section, and now we're going to take the rest of the yarn, wrap around, and take this one down through that same spot. You want to make sure this is inside and that you haven't accidentally wrapped it around. It hasn't caught any of the pegs. You can see it's all the way around. At this point, what I do is I just take the ends here and just tie a knot so that it doesn't accidentally get taken out while you're working on it at a later point. So, let's see. We will finish up this cast on edge later, so that will look like this. You can see I still have some strings to weave in on this one. But now we are going to do our stripes. And the stripes are actually pretty simple to do. Okay, the strand's in there. Now to wrap. It really doesn't matter which string you start with. One thing I find that helps a lot when wrapping the whole loom is to take and put the second collar actually down inside the loom. Make sure you don't have any yarn stuck. That way you can concentrate on wrapping your row and it doesn't matter. Your yarn's not going to get tangled up on itself. Okay, so here we go. This is where the yarn is. It's on the other side. We want to start with our arrow. Go. We are wrapping every other peg. You wrap all the way around every other peg. When you get to the end, see, there's where we started, there's where we end. I like to take and knit off that one. You just take the bottom loops, which there will be two, over top that top one, and that's locked in place. So now we can bring the purple yarn out and we can put the variegated on the inside. So what I'm going to do, okay, that yarn's sticking. There we go. Okay, so now you want to start on the other side. So you got the arrow here and the arrow there. And again, you're wrapping every other peg, but you'll be filling in the pegs that you hadn't wrapped already. So all you're doing is picking up the empty ones. And when you're all the way around, you have them all wrapped. Then you take your loom tool and knit off, which means you take those bottom loops over top the top loops, and for this first row you will actually have, see, there we are at the end, you'll actually have two that you're pulling over for the entire first row. Let's see, and while I'm doing this, oh, might help if I zoom out, sorry guys. While I'm doing this, I can go ahead, shove the second one down in there too, and I can just work around knitting off as I go.